Okay. So we're going to continue with Dwarf Fortress. Will this work? Yes, it will. Full screen. Okay, is that? There we go. As a compromise, I put the screen in the middle. Oh, last time we oh, what did we do last time? We had to deal with some were-creatures, WereRaccoons. And we also had a forgotten beast visit us, but it was down in the cavern layer, so it wasn't a problem. We also fiddled around with minecarts and got them half working. I'm not sure what exactly the problem is with them at the moment. I've done what I'm trying to do with them before, and I haven't had a problem. So there must be something which I've overlooked somewhere. What else was there? We set up the pen outside for our animals, and we've been putting a roof over the top of it. And we have our above ground farm, but we set that up in the episode the time before. We also have quite a lot of dwarves now. We have 95. So we're going to have to expand the bedrooms. I have 2, 3, 4, 5, 8, 9, 10. 60 beds. 66 beds there. And we're going to have to expand that. So let's see. Okay, we'll do that now. 1, 2, actually. Hold on. This is a prime time to use this. Control P. Hold off. There. Okay, that's lined up. And like that. And there. And there. 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 Okay, that should be fine. So if we stop recording now, and we go to here, and we press Control P. There we go. And do it again. And again. And again. So that's let's see. We had 60 before, not counting the ones on the side. We had 60 before. This is another group of, so this is 6 times 15 math, so that is 60 90 I think. Yep, so that is 90 plus 96 for the 3 on the side there. I'll place another 3 here. There we go. Okay, so that's up to 99. And we only need 95. And we don't even need that many, because some of the dwarves will be sleeping with each other. So then we need 33 more beds if I don't have that many more already. Ooh, right. Yeah, that's this room is where our WereRaccoons are, or were. There was 3 WereRaccoons in there, and when they transformed, I have to assume that they attacked the child that one of them was carrying. The surviving one was carrying, actually. And that turned them against the faction which they were a part of, so they became separate factions and they ended up tearing each other apart, and there's only one remaining. So the problem sort of solved itself. And we could just keep them in there because I don't think were creatures ever really get hungry, because I think their stats reset when they transform. So we have... How many beds do we have? Stocks. Beds. We have 65. Ooh! That's right. One of them was our bookkeeper. We're going to need a new bookkeeper. Mayor. You could be a bookkeeper. Our mayor is also our broker. That might not be a good thing to do. Replace. How about a manager? Ooh, our broker. Oh, that's our mayor. Right, yeah. Okay, so our mayor will need a proper quarters. And he's mandated some making of some thrones. That was a door, which I wanted made. Door. No, not a table. A throne. There we go. Just get... There we go. Okay. And then... Horrified? Oh, right. Yeah, because of the corpses. That's right. I had also mined out an area in preparation for burial. Which we don't have yet, because I haven't finished making it. But we're also going to have to put this corpse somewhere. Of this... were creature. And I don't know where. We don't really want to sit it outside our fortress the whole time, because dwarves will get upset. Put it... I don't know. I don't know how far a dwarf can see. Kind of want to put it in like a... Make a room like here. And... with like a tunnel there, or stuff corpses in here or something. They'll create miasma while they're in there, but nobody should be going in there for any other reason other than putting corpses in, so it shouldn't be a problem. Also, and the other dwarf, which has died and is just lying there. Yeah. Do we have to create slabs for the dwarves which became were creatures? Possibly. Maybe? I think I think so? Because they sort of stop being part of our civilization when they transform. I think we might have to create... I'm going to create some slabs for them anyway. There's also the child, so... let's see. Alt S. Alt S. Alt S. I'll create 5. There we go. So, who died? There was a mason. Actually, I have it written down, don't I? Let me see. Where is my notes for this? My notes are... Are they underneath here? Nope. My notes have gone. Am I sure they're not? Could be right here. Did I? There it is. Okay. So. There we go. Okay, so we had... who died? A spear dwarf, our bookkeeper, a gem cutter, and a mason. Actually, the gem cutter didn't die. The gem cutter is the survivor, so... We're going to need another gem cutter anyway. And... yeah, mason, spear dwarf, bookkeeper, and the gem cutter. So we have a new bookkeeper. We're going to need a new mason. Hey, peasant. You are now a new mason. Stone detailer. You're a gem setter. You could be a gem cutter as well. And that's fine. Because I only want, like, the most skilled dwarf cutting gems. You're not skilled at the moment, but you'll get there. What else? I had spent the day... Actually, during the day, I had been reading some of the notes on Dwarf Fortress, and, for the next version. And apparently Tarn is, adding guilds into the game for the dwarves. So if you have a bunch of dwarves, I think it was about 10 dwarves of the same skill, they will petition to form a guild, and you'll need to build them like a guild hall for them to be able to display works which they've created and so on, and to be able to meet in there. And also, apparently, it would serve also the function of them exchanging training lessons with each other, which is very cool. So you could have like a stonecutters or a masons guild, and with your 10 or so dwarves in that guild, they will teach each other masonry, which is quite nice. You'll be able to train up other dwarves more easily than just getting them to do tasks. I think it was also going to, like, give them satisfaction of having done a job recently in relation to their skills or something. Just having done a job recently, so that even in their off time they will get a bit better with that. Which it's a neat idea. I like it. You can have a miners guild. It would help sort of organize the dwarves a bit more. So yeah, that was something. What else was there? Let's have a look. Bay 12 games. Yeah, Dwarf Fortress development. Where was it? Yeah, most notable bit which slipped is in the skill demonstrations in craft guild halls. So this might not be coming at immediately in the next release. Which will work just like the military ones, but impart one of the skills which falls under the umbrella of the guild to any attending member, and which also satisfies some needs. Where's the longer bit about deeds? Or not deeds, guilds. Ooh, something happened. What's this? Zasset, Alathor, fishery worker, has been possessed. Oh, okay. And there he goes. Let's follow him and see what he does. What else is this about for the guilds? Guilds. Okay, we've decided to bring back craft guilds. Right now you can create a guild hall for most of the jobs. A few like merchants and administrators and the military jobs are excluded, and the relevant workers can meet up there. Once the job gets to a certain threshold of workers, currently 10, they will formalize their guild by name and petition for a guild hall. They can do this once more if you get up to a very large number, currently 25. They will ask for a more opulent space. Workers switch guilds if they skill-based type changes, and migrants will join a guild once they've worked in your fortress enough to gain a bit of skill, even if they were already qualified, in order to avoid a spontaneous guild if a new uniform wave comes in. Guild membership does not depend on player labor settings unless they work enough to actually change their skill set. There are a number of directions we could take this. Bring in the organizational structures from World Gen, allow stuff like labor demands, etc. to come back, setting up pedestal display cases in the guild halls to let workers show off a masterpiece as part of their guild induction, or perhaps most practically, using the guild halls to allow them to hold skill demonstrations and educate each other as the military squads do. There are also some socialization impacts here. People will be more likely to chat up their labor mates and have repeated interactions, but the increased number of meeting places also segment the space and perhaps cause more lonely times without some added structure, such as the skill demonstrations. We'll be considering this as go. So, okay. Neat. It sounds interesting. It'll also just give like a fortress. I suppose you'll have to sort of like structure the fortress design a bit more. Like you could have the guild hall, and then you could have the workshops for those, for that guild in that area. So you could actually have like a stonemason's quarter and have like a main hall, and then like have a storage pit and then workshops around it. That'd be quite interesting. So, did you end up... You've claimed a Craft Dwarf workshop, and you are moving stuff there. Good, okay. No job. You've mined all those out? Good. How many beds did I need? Like 33 or something like that. Workshop profile. New order. Construct bed. I'm going to create 40. And there. So, we've got a lot of plump helmets turning up. That's fine. Do I want to expand my food stockpile? I think I do. Because we're getting a lot of food, and most of it will just be rotting away. I probably also want to create a bunch more barrels. There we go. 20 barrels. We're going to need more wood. Cut down some trees over here. Hang on. That might be overlapping my picking area. Yes. Oh. Well, we have a bunch of wood out there, actually. Let's cut down a little bit more. There we go. I really hope that we'll be able to get like tree farms eventually. That'll be good. Then you could place like plantations of apple trees and be able to harvest them, and also be able to cut them down for wood. That'll be a nice way to replenish like wood resources. At the moment, wood does replenish, but you have to wait for the trees to grow naturally. Ooh, a human caravan from Ringdur has arrived. Ooh, welcome. I thought we just had a human caravan. Was that a dwarven caravan? Ooh, that's actually reminded me. Let's see. News and rumors. So what was the stories? Not too much. There's some armies moving around. What's this? Cell letters was known to be in clasp clearings. Okay, I don't know what that is. I suppose that's an artifact. Ooh. This is a list of all the artifacts we know and where they are. What was the name of that axe which we had? I actually have a artifact created. Stranglemire. There we go. So if we go here, we go to artifacts, and we... Can we... No, we can't actually... We can't, like... search this? Okay, let's see. Okay, so the first name is the, this here is the artifact name. Group Scream. This is a bismuth bronze figurine of a forgotten beast. That's pretty cool. Stretch Fancy, the pregnant lake. Walnut wood bow. Kind tumors. Turkey bone ring. Lamb dangers. Bismuth bronze short sword. Ice depressors. Diorite crown. The fence of right. A cougar man skull totem. The fed birds. Rambutan wood bed. Eyes guilt. Dwelled cunning. So we're looking for Stranglemire. It's probably in the hands of the goblins. If we even know about it. Wet romance. Drink rule. Let's see. Ooh, what's that? Oh, the Citadel of Amazement. How do we know about that? We know basically nothing for that continent. Applewood bracelet. I'll be glad when magic's a thing in Dwarf Fortress, just so that you get artifacts which have something a bit more interesting about them other than it's really, really good. Like, you could have, like, spell effects on them and something, or, you know, they could buff stats when you wear it. The unkept plain, door glows, the veiled razors, the silkiness of feed. Where's Stranglemire? Great name for an axe. The muck of dreading. Bellburst, large chicken bone left gauntlet. Sounds awesome. And then you read what it is. Bellburst actually sounds like an item from Diablo 2. Silky Dawn. Stranglemire! Oh, location unknown. Iron Battle Axe. Yeah. Oh, okay. So we don't know where Stranglemire is. I wish we could ask, like, the caravan or the what's it called? The outpost liaison. Sort of say, like, hey, when you get back to the fortress you came from, would you be able to ask around for any rumors on this item? Then they could come back the next year or something and say, yes, I found this about the item or something. Or any passers-by. Would we learn about it if we had a tavern and adventurers came by or travelers came by and they swapped tales and so on? I don't know. Clod Charm, Drunken Spikes, Catterns, Drive Yell. We can still recover it. Cover. I wanted to recover Stranglemire. Tunnel Pikes. I could send the Tunnel Pikes out to recover Stranglemire. I don't really want to do that. Not the whole military squad. We also have to add a new dwarf to the military squad because they lost someone. And they're not on duty at the moment. Ooh, we have a blacksmith. Animal dissector. There you go. Alerts active. And we can turn this off. We can actually get rid of this, I think. Yeah, we can get rid of... That's a burrow. We can't get rid of that. So we have to go to... make burrows. And delete burrow. Yes! There we go. Because the only dwarf who is in that burrow is behind two walls And they can't leave anyway, so. Okay, and my dwarves should start training again in the military. I want you, actually here, go to here, new order, I want a large serrated iron disc. I want you to create 20 of them. There we go. Forge large serrated iron discs. Because we're going to create some traps. Pardon me. What are you doing at the moment? I see you just sitting around. Oh, you're a Mark's dwarf. Okay. Planter cancels fish. Grieving. Actually, over here. Do this, and then I am going to get you to... Do I want you to build the... Do I want you to build the mayor's quarters over here? Or do I want you to build them elsewhere? If I change where the temples are, I probably won't expand that. That might all become mausoleum. And I might just build them somewhere else so it's bigger. Okay, so if we do 4, 5, 2, 3, 4, 5. There we go. And there, and do this. There we go. Actually, am I going to... Yeah. Okay. So. Ooh. Is that... Hang on, what's that? Cancels forged large serrated iron disc. Needs refined coal. We don't have any? I suppose we've run out. Yeah, we don't have any bismuth bronze. We're going to need to make some more charcoal then, aren't we? Because we've run out of fuel. Where is the bituminous coal? There it is. Okay, wind that out. I'm going to... Where is it? No. Okay. What is the problem with this? Offload ore here. Give to stone stockpile. New stockpile. No. I want you to give hematite ore to the stockpile. Guide east immediately when empty of desired items. The desired items are hematite. That doesn't matter. I'm pretty sure the additional options down there doesn't matter. You're attached to stone stockpile 16, which is there. That's fine. Set kept items. Is it because of that? Is it saying kept items? And not like nothing? Because desired items are nothing. Is that it? And why are you carrying it back? Is it empty now? It might. That might have actually been it. It's still got hematite in it. Why are you taking off the tracks? Dumb dwarves. That's why it might be better to make a minecart out of wood, because it would be lighter than iron. So if this happens, they're not lugging it all the way there by hand. Okay, oh, also, yes, I want to expand the food stockpile. It's fine, none of that, no seeds. Okay. Yep. Gem cutter transformed into a dwarf. They had transformed into a WereRaccoon, but they were stuck behind the walls and they can't get out, so that's fine. You know, at some point you're eventually going to get that minecart down there. So dumb. Like that. Do that. And like that. And like that. And there. Okay. It seems like all the bituminous coal is just in this section down here. Okay, good, good, good. You're coming over here. Do we actually have any coal up here? Don't think we do. Let's have a look. In here. Nope. Okay. So they'll be getting what's down here. Okay, now you've put the minecart back where it started. Are you going to fill it up with ore now? And then guide it back and not carry it back? That's really quite stupid of you, dwarves. Ooh. Did our... Hold up. Okay, I don't think you've actually gotten all the items you need. Where's your thoughts? What is it? Need stone, rock, cloth, thread. Stone, rock, bones, yes. Okay, so that's what you need. We're going to have to butcher one of our pigs. Not the sow. Or... Yep, fine. And we'll move our goods here to trade. Or cut gems, like cut gems. There we go. Okay, we don't have any gems to cut. Ooh, and I also want the trader there. Not table, bed. Put the bed here. We don't have any tables. bed there, bed there, bed there, bed there, bed there, bed there, bed, 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 and we don't have any more. Right, we're going to need also some items. We're going to need an armor stand, a weapons rack. We're going to need 2 thrones, 2 tables. We're going to need a cabinet, 2 coffers. Should be enough. And also some doors. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Just create 10 doors. Go. Is a trader here? Okay, good. That's not all of my... I have that there. Is that because there's like a gem in that? I suppose so. Yeah. Oh, someone's hauling the other bin of gems. It's just really heavy. Okay, did you end up doing that task? Book order. Did you finish the, No, you didn't. Okay, we slaughtered that. He's going off to get some bones. Good. And you've delivered the other thing. Good. Okay. Move. No, not move goods. Trade. There we go. Okay, so what do we want from you? You have a bunch of codexes. We have a lot of yarn and string and all that, I think, or cloth. Prepared wolf heart. Goose blood barrel, silver longsword, iron whip, bronze flail, silver halberd. I don't think we can use that. I think it might be too big for a dwarf to use. We can't make them. We just want some rope, perhaps. Get some wool rope. Hemp rope. Rope, reed, rope. There's a bituminous coal. Sure, we'll take that off your hands. What are the ores you've got? Bars. Bismuth bars, sure. Rifle pewter bars, nickel bars, gold bars. Copper bar, sterling silver bars, brass bars, electrum bars. I'll just buy all of them. Tin bars. Get the glass as well. Okay, and we can trade. Actually, that might be too much. That's rather expensive. We don't have that many gems. Fine. We'll just get the ropes then. And the glass, I suppose. We don't really need all these. There we go. Oh, we do have. Oh, well, we couldn't carve them because the thingy wasn't there. Okay, that's fine. Move goods, put them back. No trader. No. Okay. We can't smelt anything because we have no fuel. So I need a wood furnace. I'm going to... Okay, this was going to be a corridor up here, but I'm just going to turn it into some more... or workshops. Means we can have a wood burner always. In case we want more fuel. Ugh. Or in case we need more fuel like we do currently. What's on the map? Let's see. Ravens. Sure. Ooh. Corpses. There. Okay. And put a door on there. That coffin never ended up getting made. And you're digging. Oh, you're digging out all that. We are getting more bituminous coal down there. That's good. Actually. Stop. Why do you keep carrying the wagon back? What happened? Oh, he... Oh. Okay. Yep, just stress from seeing such and such die. That is something else we're going to need to do. We're going to need 3 doors, and I'm also going to need to create a work order for some... No. Ah, that's actually from the Craft Dwarf workshop, isn't it? Oh, he's been claimed. Well, we're going to need another one then. Actually, I can put one down here, can't I? Where is it? Craft Dwarf Workshop. There we go. And put it there. And we can put another one there as well. Like that. Because we need some goblets. And... don't have any containers. I suppose I put them all in the bedrooms. Hey, he started his mysterious construction. Yeah. The dwarf has gotten too depressed. Okay. At least the corpse is out of sight now. Good, you built those. I want profile, work orders, job, no. New order. A wooden cup. Where is it? New order. We want a rock. Where is it? Not a rock scepter. No. Want a rock jug. I don't want wooden cups. I want I thought they were called like goblets. Is it under crafts? No. That's just random items. What is it? Add new task. I want rock. Mug. There we go. P. There. New order. Mug. Rock mug. I want 30. And you can create some coffers to store them in. We had a masterpiece almond wood barrel created. Very nice. Finished doing that. Where is it? E, W. Do that. Do we have a wood burner? I don't actually know. Your task is cleaning. You could be a wood burner. Farming related. Wood burning. There we go. Did we get those thrones created? No, we did. Export of leggings prohibited. Okay, whatever you say, sir. Hey! Is that it? Alathor, fishery worker, has created Nakasakim, a persimmon wood earring. She claims it as an heirloom in the name of the family ancestor WereRaccoons. Let's have a look. The enjoyable race. This is a persimmon wood earring. All craft dwarfship is of the highest quality. It is encrusted with baguette cut rose quartzes, decorated with persimmon wood and alpaca wool, and encircled with bands of round marble cabochons. The object is adorned with hanging rings of schist and cave spider silk. On the item is an image of Dastot Whipmiles, the dwarf, and dwarves in marble. Dastot Whipmiles is surrounded by the dwarves. The artwork relates to the ascension of the dwarf Dastot Whipmiles to the position of king of the Bright Vestibule in 75. On the item is an image of Iton Sparkcloisters, the dwarf in Pigbone. I was going to ask, where was Pigbone used, but right at the end, managed to fit some on. Needs architecture. We not have architecture. Which dwarf has no job? You're a farmer. You have no job. You could get the job of architecture. I didn't realize a woodburner's place required an architect. Not only trade depot, maybe the animal kennel and the siege shop. Required it. Architecture is a job required for some of the larger constructed buildings, the trade depot predominantly. Other than that, it has no purpose. It's more just for, like, you know, this is a large construction, we have to sort of lay it out properly. Okay, do we have a dwarf going to make that? Place track vehicle. Yeah. Why do they keep placing it on the track? Gotta look this up. This is weird. Dwarf Fortress. Dwarves keep picking up minecart. Rather than guide or push a minecart up and down a track, the dwarf will seemingly pick it up and carry it all the way before the start and end of the track, regardless of instructions to push, guide, or ride the cart. The movement goes at the speed of a cart. What? That's not right. Well, that... That did mention that it's possibly a problem with the corner things, but I haven't had a problem with that before, I'm pretty sure. I've made tracks going up and down ramps, and I haven't had a problem with corners. Let's see. If I do a track here, and I do a corner track of southwest, and I stick it there, will that override the one on the floor and create a smooth ride? We did get around the corner before, but another dwarf came up and grabbed the cart out of their hands and ran off with it, so... You're guiding that thing! No! We're gonna put it back here. Okay, good. So perhaps that will make things better? Maybe there's something bugged with the ones which you carve into the floor. Because as I said, I've always constructed the tracks previously. So a dwarves are going to fill up the minecart and then guide it to where it's supposed to go to. He's guiding it, he's guiding it. It's going along the tracks. It goes around the corner. That's perfectly fine. And it goes... Oh, hang on. Some migrants have arrived. Oh, lovely. Not right now. We're watching the minecart. It's gotten to the end. And then a dwarf's going to offload the ore from it. They are. And they're taking it directly to up. And then he takes it off the tracks and he's carrying it back. Oh, hang on. Let me try something. If I say... No, not new stop. Remove that stop. Or remove that route. New route. New stop here. Not on the, track stop. But, or not on the track, yeah, the track stop, but just in front of it. And then we assign a vehicle, the iron minecart. Stop 1. Get rid of these. New depart condition. Guide. Direction. East immediately when empty of desired items. And that's fine. And I want to new stockpile link. And that's give to this stockpile. Good. Okay. Stop 2. The one down here. We want to define this. Get rid of these. Link it to this stockpile. Take from that stockpile. We want to take stone. get rid of everything. Where do we go? Enable it. Get rid of all this. Only hematite ore. And then departure condition is guide direction east immediately when let's see, when full of desired items, and we'll also, and that'll be fine for the moment, so we'll do that. It might have been that it's hitting the end of the track and then getting derailed and they're having to carry it back to the beginning. That seems odd, but maybe that's what's happening? I don't know. I don't know whether the stops are like the minecart lands on the stop square or whether it has to hit it from the side and it just stops. That might have been the problem. Petitions available. Turn on Twinkle Wheel. Sure. Making rock mugs. You got a job. Do we have a container? We do. Put this here. A schist coffer. Actually, no, that's not what I want to do. I don't think. I want to create a finished goods stockpile. It's going to be 1. And it is change settings. And only for goblets. And you can have 1 bin there. Even though I've set it for goblets and I'm making mugs, the different names for like goblets, mugs, cups and all that is just based on what material they're made from. So a wooden cup, a stone mug, and a metal goblet. So I don't know if you can make vessels out of drinking vessels out of glass. I'm gonna have a look. Let's see, Dwarf Fortress, glass or cup, finished goods goblets. If a dwarf is unable to, yeah. Metal and glass goblets are simply goblets. Stone goblets are called mugs, and wooden goblets are called cups. So, there it is. I thought maybe if you made them out of glass, they would be called glasses. Fisher dwarf is throwing a tantrum. That's not good. Is he demolishing my trade depot? Or tried to? Put a door on here. Did you create all of this? You did, but there's a bunch which haven't been constructed. There, 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 and there. And we need a bit of floor in the middle there, just to fill in this gap. And we'll put a floor over the door there. There we go. And then our animals will be safely penned in there. Ooh, also, did we get any more animals from the last migrant wave? We did. There's a lamb, a calfy pup, donkey fowl, baby llama, a gosling, bullclaw. God, this is a lot. Lamb, rooster, calfy boar, gosling, baby alpaca, rooster, bunny, billy goat. That's a dog, a cat. Okay. That's a lot of animals. Do we have those beds yet? Let's see. We got a table. Put table there. And a chair there. Put a table here and a chair there. Line the doors. And a door here. I've only got 1 door. That's fine. I want you to smooth this so it's nice for the mare. And this bed actually is assigned for the mayor. You're continuing to mine out that. You're finding a lot of bituminous coal. That's good. So is the minecart working now? Let's see. Where is it currently? You're hauling it up there, and you're moving faster. I assume that's because you've taken the ore out of it. As you should if you're moving something heavy. Don't carry the whole damn thing. No, it's still got hematite ore in it. Fine. Okay, you're just stronger. Giving birth to a girl. Congratulations. So many things happening. Above ground farms are going fine. We need more alcohol. There and there. Why aren't you bringing wood in? There's a whole bunch of wood outside. Why aren't you hauling the wood? It's not all forbidden, is it? No. Yeah, that's a wood stockpile. Come on, dwarves. Put wood in the wood stockpile. Is it alert on, which is stopping them from going out? They're inactive. They're active. No problem. And I don't even have a burrow for them to be inside. And besides, there's dwarves outside fishing, so that wouldn't be a problem. Are they all too busy worshipping? I suppose that might be it. Ooh, we've got a nice amount of beds in there. Oh, it might just be because we're making the beds and they're not able to haul the wood in fast enough because the guy's making the beds too quickly. Because he's right next to our carpenter will be right next to the wood stockpile. So he would be able to grab logs whenever he's finished a bed, whereas the other ones, they're like, oh, it's got space in it now, we have to go outside and bring another log in. Each dwarf can only carry one log. Okay, hey, they're actually smoothing out his room. Now that's pretty nice. Can I just say dump the rock in his room? Just so that it's nice and we don't see random rocks lying around his bedroom. I don't believe they lower the quality of the room. Oh, is that a bed up there which was never built? Yeah, it is. Okay. Someone else has had a child. Congratulations. We have... Just create, not a coffer. Create a... where is it? Coffin. There we go. Create 4. The iron coffin is taking too long to make, so make a bunch of charcoal. There we go. Got badgers visiting us, and the ranger's coming back with a freshly killed badger. Farmer slipped into depression. Ooh. Yes, okay, so down here, we're going to want to turn off goblets in the finished goods pile, because that will stop them from... Actually, no, you don't have to do that. finished goods, we'll do it in a different way. Rather than turning them off here, we'll go up to this stockpile in here, and we'll say, take from a pile, and link it to the finished stockpile. And there, the finished goods stockpile up here, which is only taking goblets, will take goblets from the finished stockpile below. And if there's ever any goblets missing from the stockpile, they'll add more into the bin as they're needed. Though that number shouldn't change. Dwarves can't steal the goblets. They might put them down somewhere, but then someone will go and put them back in the stockpile, and so they should be able to keep on top of it. Are we going to have to process pigtail or something? You're rendering fat, Farmer's Workshop. Spin thread. You're leaving seeds all over the place again, Dwarf. We need more bags. Also, because the bags are getting filled up with seeds, which we can't make use of. Like the peach seeds and the like. I can actually fix that. We go to the stocks here, and we go down to seeds. Here. And, okay, so we can't plant... Don't think we can plant hazelnuts. So, dump them. We can't plant watermelon seeds, almonds, pineapple seeds, peach pips, pear seeds, and persimmon seeds. Plum helmet spawn we can. Even though we've got 101 of those. They just end up with a lot of them. So they should take all those seeds and dump them. Which will free up a lot of space, because those seeds we can't do anything with. Each dwarf is going to carry maybe a single seed and put them into the dump stockpile. But this is also going to free up a bunch of the bags, because we're not dumping the bags, we're just dumping the seeds out of them. What are these little blue things on the ground here? Blueberries? Hey, blueberries. Okay. Cancels make charcoal seeking infant. Oh, you just had a child. Okay. Make some more charcoal. Oh, yeah, okay. So you're gonna have to create more charcoal than that. Make 20 wooden barrels has been completed. Well done. Have we created those coffins? Burial receptacle. No, you haven't. Have we created those slabs, actually? Alt S. Yes, we have. Okay, so put these slabs... One there. One there. One there. One there. And one there. We don't need that many. But having a few extra won't hurt. And because I can't get into that room to get those corpses. So, do we actually have anyone haunting us? Oh. Good. You've transformed again. So how's this minecart going? Hey, look at that. You're pushing it down. You push it to there. And you're pushing it back. And does it have stuff in it? Are you pushing it because it's full? Or are you just pushing it because something else has gone terribly, horribly wrong? It's got hematite ore in it, so you are pushing a full minecart. Do. And watch out, cat. Honk. And will you? It's not empty. So why are you guiding it back immediately? Okay, I want it to get pushed when it's empty of those. And I want it to give those. By the time we've got this sorted out, there's not going to be any more ore down here for them to, He's just pushing it back and forth. Well, I mean, the principle's there. We can see what minecarts are supposed to do. They just transport ores at a faster rate than the dwarves carrying them by hand. And he's there, and dwarves should empty it into that stockpile, or carry them upstairs. And then they should, when it's empty, guide the minecart back. Though it's not stopping dwarves from coming down here with wheelbarrows, getting some of the ore, and then carrying it back upstairs. Now, they must be carrying the bituminous coal. Because the hematite is on only accept from the storage pit, which is attached to the minecart, where the minecart offloads its ore to, where it's supposed to. Okay, I think we have a coffin now. Burial receptacle. Great. About time. We have two. Add chalk one. Okay. So do this. I like how dwarves are eating turnips. Okay, there. Engrave here. Engrave here. Engrave here. I want you to engrave on this. Well, yeah, sure. Engrave the corners like this. And up in his bedroom. Like that. You can engrave along here as well. Just put engravings everywhere. And then we need a container. So we'll put a container in the... What does he need exactly? Let's see. They require 2 chests, 1 cabinet, 1 weapon rack, and 1 armor stand. So put a container here. Put another container here. Put a cabinet here. Put a weapon rack here. Put a armor stand here. And that should be fine. And like that. Okay. I will designate this as your dining room. It is assigned to the mayor. This one is the... Go on, like that. Assign it to the mayor. Yeah, that's... Yep. And the bed's assigned to the mayor. Good. Okay. Fisher Dwarf is still stumbling around obliviously. I'm pretty sure they could talk to the mayor to try and work through their problems. Okay, and we've got those coffins there. So, use for burial. Allow pets, yes. Use for burial, allow for pets, no. So someone will go haul that poor unfortunate dwarf's body. I'm actually going to go here. And I'm going to forbid the items in here. That way, even though dwarves can't get to them, they shouldn't try to, like, get them. They can't get to them in the first place, but I'm just being thorough. I don't want dwarves going, oh, there's a corpse there, I want to get it. Oh, wait, hang on, it's stuck behind a wall and it's... So... Our military is training again, that's nice. How's the minecart going? It's sitting up there, and is it being offloaded? No, it's not. Why not? Stop. Give 2 stone stockpile. Yeah, it should give the hematite ore to the stone stockpile. And you should guide it east immediately when empty of desired items. Yep. No, that's fine, that's fine. It's attached to the right stockpile. Is it because this is like, it will only take from links only? I don't want it to take from anywhere, because that means dwarves will carry the ore from down here up to there. Let me have a look at stockpiles. Stockpile. Will take from anywhere. Stockpile that will take from anywhere does not restrict the source of its goods. Where is it? Let's see. Minecart. Only one thing on stockpiles about minecarts. How would I do it normally? It just sort of say... No wheelbarrows. I want you to give it. I don't want you to take from Pile or Workshop. I want you to take from a minecart. I don't think there's an option to take from a minecart, but how would I always do it otherwise? Let's try this. Maybe I'm sure the dwarves will just take the ore from down there and put it into that stockpile now. Yeah, they're running past to do that. So that's not right. Ooh. Vile force of darkness has arrived. Oh, great. Oh dear. Where are they? They're down here. What's this? Wait, hang on. What was that? Dwarves? Sword dwarf? Swords dwarf? Hammer dwarf? Lasher? Bow dwarf? Mace dwarf? Bow dwarf? Sword dwarf? Are we at a war with a dwarf faction? Hold on, hold on. Why are we getting attacked by dwarves? Where is the list of other factions, civilizations, holdings and tribute? Oh, no, that's not it. Center on my fort. No, cannot raid your civilization. No, I don't want to raid. Okay, world. No, missions. No, that's not it. News. Civilizations. Here we go. Okay, where... Okay, these are the different... So... Right. Chinzel. The bright vestibule, dwarven... Yeah, okay. Flaxen Hall. That's not us. Only apparently 3 dwarves there. Old Empire, humans, and goblins. Yeah, that's not us. The humans are at peace with the goblins and the dwarves. Dwarves are at war with the goblins. Goblins are at war with the dwarves. But it's not listing us. Well, I can't see... I suppose we're a member of one of those factions. I suppose those dwarves are part of the goblins? They must be. Marks dwarf, swords dwarf, hammer dwarf, swords dwarf, swords dwarf, swords dwarf, hammer dwarf, bow dwarf, mace dwarf. Yeah, they're all dwarves. There's goblins here. Goblin lasher, goblin crossbowman. Swords dwarf, lasher, that's a human? Oh, that's a dwarf as well. Okay, well, we're getting attacked. Burrow. Add new burrow. Yeah, burrow 2. Define this burrow. So this burrow is going to be located here. Like this. And like this. And like this. And like this. And then we go, okay, so this part here, designate it down to there. Expand this out so it covers the entire bedroom. And expand this so it covers the entirety of this. Okay. We can forget about the mines for the moment, I suppose. Though I can expand it out over the mines. That it really matters. Ooh, actually, yes, I just remembered we should expand it over the drinking area. That's not covering the entire mine area, so like, just do it like this. And we're gonna have to go into this hallway to be able to get there. Fine. There's doors there. Okay. And military, not military, M for military. Alerts. Burrow 2 is active. And active training. There. And I think, do we have to add citizens to Burrow? No. Do we have to do that? Don't we just have to say, like, everyone's part of this borough? Alerts. Active. Restrictives to borough. Yeah, right. So that's all that I should need to do. Yep, yep. You don't have to add all the doors to the borough. You just have to say civilization is active and then activate the borough. So, and this is rather a large army. How many is it? 109 dwarves here. 33? 32? Okay. And there's a lot of dwarves. Marks dwarves, bow dwarves, marks dwarf, mace dwarf, spear dwarf, pike dwarf, spear dwarf. Swords dwarves, hammer dwarves. What are you doing fighting with the goblins? Get inside, dwarves. Lock this door. Get inside. Quick. You're not moving. Now, he's become haggard and drawn, so he's just... oh dear. And we didn't even get the serrated discs up. Well. There's so many more things to manage in Dwarf Fortress than there used to be. It really means you have to, like, I don't know. Can't do everything at once. Yeah, thanks. Thanks, game. But at the same time, you kind of have to do these things, otherwise your dwarves get upset because things aren't being done. And they don't have, like, access to certain things. Like, it used to be that you could have a farm, just make plump helmets, and just make plump helmet wine, and your dwarves would live on and die to plump helmets and plump helmet wine, and they'd be quite happy. Understandably, that was quite easy, and you can't do that anymore. So you have to give a variety of alcohol, which means that you have to have multiple farms for seeds. You also have to provide multiple different types of food. And so on. As well as the temples for worship. Yeah, thank you. Thank you for spamming drop-offs. You're trying to drop stuff off. You're like stuck in the doorway or something. You've got a goblet. Did I not add that thing to... No? Oh, because you're trying to put it into here. Fine, just add that. It's not like it's really going to matter. We don't have much of a military, so they're going to stomp us pretty hard, I think. Forbid. Not pit passable. And forbid. Pit passable. Okay. They're getting up here. Military dwarves. You're going to be needed. I hope your training is enough. Where is it? Yes, there we go. Move to here. Station yourselves there. You've been training with your spears. As I said, let's hope that it's enough. Let's zoom in a bit to see the action. They don't have any trolls. But our 10 dwarves, I'm worried. What's their skills? Competent teacher. You're a spear dwarf, but you don't have skill in spear? Dabbling. Oh wait, it doesn't. I've got combats turned off. You're a novice spear dwarf. Proficient spear dwarf. Proficient spear dwarf. Proficient spear dwarf. Competent spear dwarf. Dabbling armor user. Okay. Do I want to open up the gate and fight the goblins? They're like shooting horses and all that in the countryside. Poor horses. Well, I mean, this is kind of why I created this. Without trolls, they can't break down the gates. Actually, maybe going to hurt themselves. Can they hurt themselves by, like, friendly fire? They're just looking at the doors and they're like, oh, damn. The door's locked. What are we going to do? That part of the burrow. No, it's not. Add the workshops to the burrow. There's no reason not to. Now. Okay. How many bars do we have? Do we have any? We should have charcoal. No, we don't. You've been taking it all for your items. Just keep making charcoal. Do we have any charcoal which we can use on making smelting the bismuth? No. You're not going to break down the gates? I mean, if you don't, that makes it easier for me. I can just ignore you. Well, military dwarves, you can, cancel your station. Go back to training. Maybe you'll become a masterful spear dwarf in the time it takes for them to figure out how to get past the front gate. At least all of our animals are staying alive. That's nice. They're not slaughtering all of my pigs and other animals. Well, I think we've got a large serrated disc. Nice. You're making some more charcoal. Good, okay. And coke from bituminous coal. Can't do that because we haven't put it into the stockpile. Where are you trying to... Oh. Oh. Okay, fine. Define burrow. Because you're trying to get all this ore down here. Okay. And that. And there. And there. And don't forget this bit. There we go. Okay. Need more alcohol. Make another still so that we have twice the production. Could you also like smooth out this while you're at it? That'll make it nice in there. How's the smoothing out going down here, actually? That's getting on its way. Nearly finished, like 2/3 of it. How's your quarters, Mayor? They're perfect. Got a fine dining room. Okay, do we have any alcohol now? No. I'm gonna create... Do I want to create another wood burner? Wood furnace? We'll just be going through all of our wood. And since we can't go outside, we could go down to the caverns and chop some of the giant fungal trees down up there. Ooh, Craft Dwarf is taken by a Fey Mood. That's neat. Where are you? Craft Dwarf. Let's have a look. You. Strange mood. Oh, you're over there. Okay. Let's see what you do. We should have everything which you need. Unless you need more bones. Ooh, you've claimed a clothier's shop. And it's a Fey mood, so you're going to become really good at making clothing. Getting a gem. Uncut gem. Okay. And... do we have a bin for you to put on that stockpile there? Just make one bin. Because we've got like one mug in that pile I made in the meeting hall. Then when one dwarf takes it, someone has to go down to the finished goods pile and put another one there. That's this. Oh. Put 3 bins there. No bins here. No bins there. 1 bin there, that's fine. 1 bin there, that's fine. Bins there. You gotta kind of watch out for having a stockpile full of, like, just accepting as many bins as it can. It'll just take all the bins which you make. And you'll be wondering why no bins are going anywhere else. You don't really need to create massive stockpiles. If you have like a stockpile with 4 spaces in it and you put bins in it, each bin can carry a number of items. I don't know how many items they can actually carry. Maybe about 20? And I don't know whether it changes depending on the supposed size of an item. Okay, do we have any like charcoal now? Oh. Come on. Can I suspend this for the moment? Suspend this task. Just so that we get some and we can start using bituminous coal instead of all the charcoal I'm trying to make. Okay. Wait for it to go into the stockpile. Thank you. Make, smelt, make coke from bituminous coal. Then we can cancel this. Then we can get our iron industry back up running. We ran out of fine bituminous coal. Do I need some more bins than that? Do we have like another stockpile somewhere? We're just taking bins. Don't think so. That one's only 4. That one was 1. Containers. More containers for dwarves, so they can store stuff in their bedrooms. We've only got 3 of them. Get them while they're hot. That's a burial receptacle. I'm not so morbid that I'll put a coffin in the same room the dwarves are going to be sleeping in. Though that would be rather efficient. Or would it? Because I mean, you would end up with a bedroom you're not using, because you'd have changed it into a tomb. So that could be rather poignant if you have all of your bedrooms laid out like this, and you sort of see over time the bedrooms get locked up with a coffin in them, and it's like, yeah, this one's not used anymore because the inhabitant passed away. I hope you're not going to have a fit and topple a statue and get cursed. That would be most unfortunate. Did you end up moving that dwarf's corpse from in there? No, you didn't. Hey, that stray sow has given birth to a piglet. Congratulations. Given birth to kittens, too. A cat did that, not the sow. That would be a bit odd. Okay. Good, we've got a bin there. And you should be putting a lot of bugs in there, and that will make it easier for dwarves to get a drink. Who's standing around doing nothing? You're a herbalist. You are now also a brewer. Where are those invaders? Oh, they're just wandering around out there. In like little squads and lines. They're following the leader. You can see they're following like the designated squad leader. This goblin lasher here, and all these wolves are following him. The same with this one and these guys. So. What else should we do? Let's engrave some things in here. Engrave a line of engravings along here, along there, one there, along there, there, and down here. Give dwarves something nice to look at. Oh yes, also, we do have some traps, so we can make some weapon traps. I'm gonna place this here. Chalk mechanisms, large serrated iron discs, and you can put multiple into the one trap. Let me just see. Yep. Most traps need one mechanism. Yep. Stonefall traps and cage traps will be triggered by most hostile entities entering their tile. Weapon traps are similar in nature to Stonefall traps and are triggered when any hostile creature steps on the trap. They contain between 1 and 10 weapons and can inflict grievous injuries. However, it takes time for the trap's weapons to trigger. Enemies who move quickly across the trap may survive unscathed, as the weapons will not hit a creature which has moved off the trap. Before you write off Stonefall traps as worse versions of weapon traps, note that weapon traps require you to have previously made weapons, making them more of an option somewhat later in the game. Any weapon can be used, including human weapons, training weapons, bows, traded weapons, and weapons recovered from dead goblins. Think of it as fair retribution when goblins are sliced to pieces by their own axes. You can also use the corkscrews that are normally used in screw pops, or menacing spikes that are normally used in spike traps, or any of 3 specialist trap-only weapons. Let's see, Metalsmith's Forge, Menacing Spike, Large Serrated Disc, Spiked Metal Ball, Enormous Corkscrew, and Giant Axe Blade. Carpenter's Workshop, Menacing Spike, Spiked Wooden Ball, and Enormous Wooden Corkscrew. I don't want to know how a corkscrew is a trap like this. Glass Furnace. Oh, you can make some glass things like them. Let's see. Don't know which to make. Detailed track component information. Trap will attack the creature with all the weapons available to it, normally doing massive damage. This can also be very messy if the trap is loaded with cutting weapons, often creating an explosion of blood and dismembered body parts. Using blunt weapons reduces the mess somewhat, and you may wish to strategically place a dwarven bathtub nearby. Weapon traps do not cause slightly suicidal mechanics to reset them after each triggering, but instead reset automatically after an unknown period of time. However, there is a 50% chance that the victim will get stuck in the mechanism and cause the trap to jam, requiring a dwarf to remove the body. When the trap jams, the mechanism will automatically attempt to clean it, or the mechanic will automatically attempt to clean it. Note that weapon traps will only jam if they directly kill the creature. If they instead inflict a mortal wound and cause the creature to bleed out, they will not jam. Yeah, I think there was something like the enemies sort of know where a trap is, and when they know where the trap is, they can dodge it, but they can only dodge it as long as they are, as long as they're fit. When they get tired, they end up, you know, not being able to dodge. So there's a limit to how long they can dodge the traps. The 5 trap weapons. Menacing spikes. Mounted in both traditional weapon traps and upright spike traps, which act quite differently. Its small contact size and high penetration depth makes it a decent choice against enemies with impalable internal organs. Large serrated discs. Large serrated discs deal large amounts of damage and have a tendency to sever their victims' limbs. While amusing, they can create several hauling tasks for dwarves, as they have to move each severed body part to a butcher's shop or refuse pile. Large serrated discs attack 3 times. Spike balls doesn't deal a blunt attack at all, but it does 3 attacks with its spikes. Like the menacing spike, it only has a small contact area, but it has a very low penetration depth compared to the menacing spike. Low penetration depth edged attacks can still break bones with impact damage, just like blunt attacks do. In addition, if an edged weapon is unable to cut the material of the target's armor, its attack is converted to blunt type. Because the small contact area concentrates the force, spike balls should be more effective against targets in superior armor than either serrated discs or giant axes. Spike balls can also be made from wood. If trees are not in short supply, then wooden spike balls make excellent trade items. Yes, as I was told last time. Enormous corkscrews can be used as components in traps, as well as for screw pumps. As a result, the corkscrew from unneeded screw pumps can be used to make serviceable weapon traps. The enormous corkscrew performs a deeply penetrating attack with a small contact area, much like the menacing spike. It is currently unknown which of these 2 trap components is the strongest overall. Giant Axe Blade is a very similar weapon to the large serrated disc, but only strikes once, compared to the disc's 3 attacks. However, due to its large size, its single attack is stronger than each of the large serrated discs. It is currently unknown which of these 2 trap components is the strongest overall. However, if the variable behave like those of the wieldable weapons, size determines mass, along with material density, and mass determines impact, blunt damage. An edged weapon, like the giant axe, only deals this type of damage when it is unable to penetrate armor, or if the target is large compared to its penetration depth. This suggests that a steel serrated disc's multiple attacks will outweigh the giant axe blade's somewhat larger size in most cases. If only inferior materials are available, the giant axe might be better at hurting armored targets, but the disc's 3 attacks probably still outweigh this advantage. Okay, I tend to always use large serrated discs. If you're strapped for time and don't have large serrated discs, then just filling them up with whatever random weapons you have can be useful as well. I haven't really used any of the other ones, and it's interesting to see that the serrated ball, the spike balls, might actually be good against heavily armored goblins. But yes, from my memory, they are very messy. We're going to also need to define this burrow so that we include here, so that we can get our mechanists workshop going. Because we need more rock mechanisms. Actually, stop that. Stop that. New order. Rock mechanisms. I want you to create 20. There we go. Wah. Okay. I've mentioned also that there are other traps you can make. Traps. The traps which we're going to be placing down, the serrated traps, serrated disc traps, are the most sort of straightforward traps, right? They're like, there's a pressure plate, supposedly in the square. When the enemy steps on it, it activates the trap and it starts slicing them up with whatever is at hand. However, you can create more elaborate traps through usage of other things. One of the most common ones, I think I mentioned it last time, is a drowning trap, where you design a room, say like this, a hallway which is blocked off, which has doors which you can lock, or some way to stop it up. And so when the enemy go in there, I think one way is that when the enemy go in there, you pull a lever and it flips up gate. It flips like bridges up to enclose them in there, or it locks doors or something like that. And then you have another lever which opens up a floodgate where you might have a tank full of water, and then you open a floodgate, water flows in, fills up the room, and everything drowns in there. And you have grates in the floor, so you pull another lever, the grates open up, all the water floods out, and then you can just walk in and pick up all the items from the dead invaders and deal with them that way without even having to attack them. You can also use lava for this, though lava has the problem of, well, lava is much more deadly. It's slower moving than water. It's harder to get also. And you have to make what's it called? Heat resistant components for your trap. The doors would have to be heat resistant. I think that means just at least stone, or maybe they might have to be a specific material. Because the different objects in the game have the different materials in Dwarf Fortress do have different burn temperatures. Wood has a low one, ore has a melting point, or a burn point. I don't know if it melts. I think it might just burn. Clothing has one, stone has one. And there's also the hazard of, you know, if dwarves get lava on them, it's very deadly, and much more deadly than getting water on them. Though water is just as deadly because dwarves have a tendency to drown. Yeah, drowning trap's one. If you use lava, it can be more difficult to maneuver. It's much more deadly. But you don't get many items from it because it gets destroyed in lava. What else is there which you can do? You can have a pit trap where you have, you know, a room and you flip a lever and the floor falls away. You have it on a retracting bridge. And then the floor falls away and everything just drops down into a pit. You can have spikes at the bottom of the pit too, and if they hit them, they'll take impact and possibly piercing from the spikes when they hit them. The problem there is that if the pitfall isn't far enough, they might survive, and then they'll climb back up the pit, though they'll probably be injured, at least a few broken bones. Because fall damage is quite nasty in Dwarf Fortress. Also, creating a pit multiple levels is kind of difficult in Dwarf Fortress. You can create channels, but you have to sort of do multiple levels of channels, and then you have to have a way for the dwarves to get out once they've made the pit, because they can't climb back up, so you have to have a staircase. Then you have to block that off, so that the people who drop down there either can't get back out that way, or you have a way where the dwarves can get down to the bottom of the pit when everything's either injured or dead, so they can clear it out and get the items, because you would want the items after you've dealt with the invaders. And you'd have to make sure that their entrance into the bottom of the pit is secure so that the invaders don't just break down the door and climb back up the stairs back into your fortress, because then you haven't really dealt with the problem. What else is there? You can make an atom smasher. Kind of. You can have bridges which squish invaders. But that doesn't work really on invaders. I think it works on normal goblins and dwarves, but if it's a larger creature, it will actually break the bridge. And the problem there is also the bridges. I believe when they squish something, it just destroys all the items, so you don't get anything from it. Oh no, he's throwing a tantrum. Where is he? He's over there. Don't you go flipping any statues. Oh, jeez. What are you doing? Don't flip the friggin' statue. Who are you? Don't make any bad life decisions. Has become haggard and drawn and throwing a tantrum. He feels regretful after starting a fist fight. Well, yeah. Don't do it then. Oh. Yeah, he's injured now. Someone punched him. We're going to need a hospital. I don't have one yet. We should have had one. Okay, we're gonna have to, let me think. Expand burrow. Like this. And then we're going to dig out an area like this. Well, actually, like this. And I like doing a hospital like this. And you have there, you have a storage room attached to it, and then you have like the office for the ed doctor, and then you have a large room for the tables and patients beds and traction beds and all that. Also for storage for the sutures and string and plaster and all that you might need. Though he's probably just gonna have a broken nose or something. What's his problem? Haggard. Oh, his left hip is injured. He sometimes feels sad. Oh. He personally sees no value in holding back complaints and concealing emotions, sees competition as wasteful and silly, values sacrifice due to being caught in the rain in 131, and does not care about fairness. He never feels discouraged after being caught in the rain in 131. Oh, that's a positive thing. I like how their personalities can change because of things like that. Though I wouldn't really call getting caught in the rain as being such a traumatic event that you would reevaluate your life choices. Maybe it is for dwarves. But I feel that's possibly a little bit ridiculous. Farmer's throwing a tantrum. People are throwing tantrums left, right, and center. Where are you? I mean, if you throw a big enough tantrum, the military is going to come along and deal with your butt. Where are you? Oh, wait. Let's just see here. Strange mood. Wait, what? Hey, you're not... Did your thing not... I must have rock! Oh, he still hasn't finished it. I must have rock. I must have tanned hides. Bones. Oh. You need bones. We don't have anything to give you bones. I thought you had finished that. Why I hadn't been paying attention to you. You're going to fail your mood. Here. Downstairs. Right. Here. Downstairs. Up downstairs. And go to here. Okay, we're also going to have to create that as part of the burrow. Define this. There. Also, this whole area has to be made part of the burrow now. Like that. And then we go up one. And then we just go up and make all that part of the burrow. There. Happens that layer is actually not that far below our fortress. So that should be enough for the miners to... dig out that little bit of an extra location. This siege is still ongoing, though. Ugh. Okay. Smooth this out. You're carving the downward stair. Let's follow you. This one. You'll get that done pretty quickly, I think. Oh. Well, you did that and then you went and got a drink. Okay, fine. Pardon me, just having a snack. Okay, good. So I'm hoping that I can open up down here and possibly get some bones from some creature which was killed down here or something. I don't know if I can see any bones over here. Oh, hang on, there's something. Troll mangled skeleton. Can we use troll bones? I think trolls count as intelligent. There's something. That's a troglodyte. That might count as intelligent as well. The cave spider silk here too. It'll probably just make our situation worse by opening this up, honestly, because we end up with, like, giant cave spiders charging our behind. And I don't think I'm going to be able to get anything in time for that dwarf anyway. I don't know. Dig that out. We have a door. Don't dig that out until we get a door. Make a... That's a craft shop. Make some doors. How's the siege going on? Where are you all? Over there. Just crawling over the hill. Okay. Give food? Oh. You're starving? That's not good. Actually, let's do something about that. Because we can do... This is perhaps a little silly. But if we do this... Go to here. Then we do it upstairs. And a downstairs. And we do a burrow. Like that. There. That means that we'll be able to get in there to feed these animals. I didn't know that we had to feed them. I thought they would feed themselves. Define burrow. There. Okay. Does mean that our military can come up here if they get attacked. If the animals get attacked. And like that, they're all fed. Okay. I didn't know that they needed to be fed, and it was just like as soon as I gained access to them, they were all fed. Mayor has imposed a ban on certain exports. Export of leggings prohibited. Okay, you did ask us to create something, did you? Visual Dwarf for throwing a tantrum. Lovely. Okay. Unsuspend the large serrated discs. Start fistfight, target inaccessible. Did you knock them onto the statue or something and he can't reach them? Strange mood when insane. Stricken by melancholy. Well, okay. I didn't have enough time to really do anything for that anyway. That's unfortunate. I'd forgotten about you. I thought you had gotten everything, but you ended up wanting bones and then the siege came and I couldn't get you any. WereRaccoons transforming back and forth. This fortress is, well, it's surviving. I mean, we haven't been badly injured by the, invasion. I mean, they haven't attacked us at all because I've locked the doors. Until they get trolls or something, this is, I don't know, an easy way to deal with invasions like that. Should have some more. I think so. Let's create weapon trap. Need item. Wait, hang on. No. Maybe needs item. We have items, don't we? We have large serrated discs and we have some mechanisms. Why would we not have those? We had some before. And you're cutting all the gems and we've run out. Throwing tantrum. Stop throwing tantrums. Don't flip anything that's valuable. Please. Chief Medical Dwarf. Hey, we have a surgeon! It's good news. We've got someone actually competent at diagnosing injured dwarves. Oh. And there. Okay. And I'm going to... Do you lay a room for a hospital like this? Hospital, yes you do. Like this for the whole area. It's a hospital, so hospital information. 6 beds, 0 tables. Got thread, cloth, splits, crutches, powders for cask, buckets, soap. Okay, fine. So, we're going to want some storage in here, and we're going to need this, and this, and what do we need for a hospital? We just write this down. We need thread, cloth, splints, crutches, powder for casts. Well, we don't need to know that. Buckets and soap. Can't make right now, so that's a moot point anyway. So this one here is going to have one bin in it, and it's going to be for thread. This one here is going to be for... Was it cloth splints? Turn that off. Finished goods. No. Keep all those on. And turn all this off. We want splints, crutches. Yeah, right. Was it cloth splints? Did I just combine two things? Yeah, I did. So it's thread, cloth, and splints. Cloth, turn off thread, and just have cloth in there. And then this one, we're going to have finished goods. Turn that off, and we'll have... where is it? Buckets. The buckets listed. Just be under this, shouldn't they? Maybe under additional. No. Not under wood. Furniture. Oh, yeah, they are. Oof. I was half joking about that, but there they are. Buckets. And soap, but we don't have any soap. But that's fine. Actually, hang on. Do I normally do it that way? I'm trying to... I just create some containers and put them in the hospital and then they fill them up as they need to. Create a table, create a chair. And create a bunch of blocks. No. Coffers. Stop that, actually. Q, coffers, 20. Go. Right, do we have any more statues which we could place in here, maybe to make people a bit happy? Granite statue of Ursend, good standards. Sure, put that in there. And another statue. Actually, I don't want to put the other statue in there because that's a statue of leeches, and one of our dwarves hates leeches. If they're still with us. And leeches are a creature which is common for others to, or for dwarves to detest. So, let's not put a large image of leeches in the drinking area. That might not be a good decision. And just smooth this out. Okay, do we have any traps now? Weapon traps. Here we go. Okay, so we're going to put a chalk mechanism here, and we're going to put... Each one has 3 attacks. I'm going to put 2 in there. Done. So we put another one over here. Chalk mechanism. Large serrated iron discs. Weapon traps. And you just keep doing this. Done. Weapon trap. Large serrated iron discs. Done. Weapon trap. Chalk. Serrated iron discs. And that will put 3 in that one. Actually, no, because we've got 17 and we had perhaps a few more which we could do. You can't put a crossbow in it. I think it might just bludgeon them with a crossbow, not like the crossbow actually firing at them. Did I place that trap down? Actually, I don't think I did. That's a track. Done. Okay, good. So having it filled, if we filled this all up with large serrated discs, even though the goblins would be able to like dodge them, anywhere they dodge to would also have traps on it, so they have to keep dodging. I believe this is how it works, and I know I've said that in the past, and it's ended up not being correct. I think I mentioned there's a whole thing where like they can know where it is. They can know where the trap is. And what are you holding? Focused. Oh, you have a bismuth bronze toy axe. You're playing. I played with a toy axe. I enjoyed that. Oh, that's nice. We should make you some more toy axes. Instead of making large serrated iron discs, you can play with this. So I seem to remember, like, okay, there's a thing where, like, take kobolds, for example. Kobolds is not something we've seen, but kobolds sneak onto the map, and they will try and get to items which you may have, and steal them. They're invisible until your dwarves actually catch them. So they sneak onto the map undetected, and then you might end up getting a message saying something like, "Kobold, drive off the skulking filth," or something like that. However, the kobolds, while they're invisible, they'll be sort of going through your fortress, and they'll be like, "Oh, here's a trap," and they take note of it. "Oh, here's another trap," and they'll take note of it. And what that means is that other kobolds which come along, if this kobold, maybe if this kobold successfully escaped, or it might just be when they detect it, won't fall for that trap because they know where it is. I think that happens with goblins too. I'm not too sure. Cancer's suture. Need thread. Let's see. Can I read about traps and them being detected? Let's see. Kobold. A small, squat humanoid with large pointy ears and yellow glowing eyes. Let's see. Trap avoid. Here we go. This is the stat. They can swim in from rivers, go sprint straight through locked doors, and are unaffected by traps. So, actually, they're completely unaffected by traps. I'm pretty sure there's a thing where, like, goblins or kobolds or something can, like, send people to the fortress to scout out, and if they find traps, they can reveal the traps to other people, other invaders which might come, so that they don't set them off if they attack. Anyway, these invaders are still here. Go away! There's a giant mole here too, underground. And we're detailing the floor. Fine. Well, we've got our iron industry up and running again. We've got the large serrated discs in place. They automatically activate when something steps on them. We're probably going to fill that room up with them. I think they could be a threat to your dwarves. If your dwarf passes out on top of one and it goes off, I think they can get hurt by it. But they don't. The dwarves don't trigger them by themselves. What have we done? What else have we done? We figured out the minecart. I think. Maybe? I don't know. I'm confused by this. I have gotten it working before in the past. And I don't know. But we did get it moving back and forth along the track. So I think putting it on the stop actually was hitting the stop, then derailing, and then they were carrying it back, whereas you should make it stop just before the stop. The stop is automatically placed when I was carving out the track. If you're building the track, you don't need to put a stop. That might have been the difference I had when I was making them, because if you're constructing the track, you don't need to start with a track stop. You can just put track, and then you can put the stop at the end of the track, as I had been doing, but since there was a track stop. Anyway, so that's partially working. I'm gonna call it a success. Well, the thread's gone from in there. Did you put it all into the hospital? Most likely. Yeah, that's whatever. We have expanded our sleeping quarters. We have our mayor's office up. We also have a bit of a burial chamber here, though the dwarf which is buried is still outside. And we've got some more on the way because we've got a melancholy dwarf. And unfortunately the stresses have been too much for them. Where else? Yeah, we're still under siege. Oh no, we're not! Hey, look at that! Actually, they got bored and they left. Hooray! So we're not under siege anymore. And no one died from the siege. That's a positive. However, next time they're most likely going to send some trolls, and trolls are just going to break the doors down. So, yeah. Maybe if I put some walls behind here. That way they won't be able to break the doors down. Sure, we'll end the alert. Okay, dwarves will be able to go back outside now. But, as I said, I think that's going to be it for tonight for Dwarf Fortress. How many dwarves have we got now? 109. We're going to need to get another squad of dwarves set up, but I'll do that next time. And equipped with armor and start training. I'll probably equip them with axes or something. I haven't created any steel yet. I do have some pig iron, which we require for it, and I think I asked for some more, but Vaultglaze. And the WereRaccoon is still alive in its her room. And I'm happy with her just staying there. As long as we don't get attacked by any more were creatures. Or if we do, my military can attack them first because they have the highest chance to dodge and all that. So it's least likely to be bitten. It is only bites from were creatures which give the chance to be infected. Not scratches, just bites. And a bite has to actually penetrate the flesh. So you get bitten and not have it penetrate. It'll be perfectly fine. But anyway, that will be it for Dwarf Fortress for tonight. I thank you very much for joining me, and I hope you'll join me for the next one. I will stop the recording here.